Hello friends, we are moving further in the series of cash flow function. Today we are going to take up one more little advanced question which is related to educational goal, and I am going to show you how you can use cash flow function there as well, because traditionally this question becomes longer, and longer questions means or longer solutions means you tend to make more mistakes. Cash flow works very accurately. So this is third session on cash flow function. Before you start with this, I presume that you have seen my earlier videos and we are moving further. Okay, so this is one of the very important question. This is also there on my website. You must have seen it, and it was there in earlier examinations also many times. So almost I can say it was used to be there every time. Vanita was recently divorced and has 2 children. The divorce decree requires that she pay 1/3 of the college tuition cost for her children. The tuition cost currently is 15,000. That means Vanita has to bear 5,000. I just write here per year, and has been increasing at 7% per year. So 7% is the goal specific inflation. Her son and daughter are 12 and 16 respectively and will attend college for 4 years beginning at age 18. Now I would highlight we have got different cultures here to understand the age, but as far as our examination is concerned, age means completed age. So it has been suggested that at the beginning of 18 years means son or daughter has completed 18 years and immediately they are going to college. How much should she save each month beginning today for next 5 years to finance education for both the children in nearest rupee? Assume that her post-tax rate of return 9% and the general inflation has been 4%. Right, this has been the question. This video would be little longer, so be patient and understand this question thoroughly, because it is going to clarify so many basics. Now I have selected 3 such methods to solve it. So first we draw timeline. What is the age of children? So son 12, daughter 16. So we start with daughter. Daughter will go to college after 2 years. So say year 1, year 2, and from here her first college fee is going to be paid. Now once again look at it, it is going to go on for how many years? 4 years. So 3, 4 and 5. Right, so the second fees, third fees and 4 fees. This has been the fees paid for daughter. Now what about son? Son is of 12 years. He'll go to college after 6 years. Okay, so it goes very well. 6, and this is the first fees of son, and it should go on once again for 4 years. We know it. So say 7, 8 and 9. So 7, 8, 9, and second fees of son, third and fourth. So this is how we can allocate fees, and this is the basic question. So there is no overlapping here. I have intentionally selected the question wherein here daughter's education ends and son's education starts. So method number 1, which has been the longest method. So what do we do is, first I take present value of expenditure, that is 5,000 as it has been suggested. Goal specific inflation to be considered 7%, n is equal to 2, and I find out future value. So this is step number 1, which says estimation of expenses. Having identified this expense, see, I am not writing any answer, this is to be done by you along with the video. Now this would become PMT. Now it is for 4 years, so I will say PMT in beginning mode, n is equal to 4. Rate of return, since inflation is there and we are investing as well, right? So we have got investment, inflation both clubbed together during this point. We have to take real rate. This thing I have already highlighted in my earlier videos, so request you to watch those as well. And I find out PV. This becomes what? Corpus. This becomes corpus for daughter here. And then what can be done is, I can further find out present value of this. So say this becomes future value, n is equal to 2, I by Y is investment rate. Let's look at the investment rate in this case, 9%. 9 here, and I find out present value, right? So this is the amount required in today's terms to be kept aside for daughter. Same procedure we have to repeat for son. So in that particular case, what would be the changes? You know it. See, son is going to go to college after 6 years. So this would be 6. This PMT portion is going to remain same. This is estimation of corpus, and this would change to 6. So then also I'll be finding 2 cost in today's term, make a total. Now see, in any of the equation, this equation has to match. Present value of expenses, or say withdrawal, should be equal to present value of investments. Fine. So now total of this 2 is which one? It is the present value of withdrawal. So I'll be taking as PV. Now look at the equation. This investment has to go on for how many years? Say each month, beginning today, for next 5 years. Okay, we are very clear now. So PV N is equal to every month. So 5 into 12 makes it 60. And I also have highlighted this particular point, that since investment is happening monthly, I would be taking monthly nominal rate of 9%, and let's find out PMT in beginning mode. You will be having the answer. This is the most basic method to understand the concept. Now having understood this, you should write this answer, because rest 2 methods will also going to bring the same answer. Okay. Now another method, we are quickly moving on to that. Now I am writing something interesting here. Okay, the expenditure required was 5,000. I take that amount as PMT in beginning mode, and here was 4. Now see, instead of taking something like inflation and investment, I straight away take real rate here, 2 rates to be considered, 9% and 7%. Educational goal has 7% inflation, and we find out present value. This becomes corpus. Now for son and daughter, right? So son goes to the college after 6 years. So this would be considered as future value. N is equal to, now son goes to college after 6 years. I by Y is equal to real rate, and I am finding out PV. Future value, the same amount, the same corpus. It is not equal to the previous solution. Here you would be having a different corpus. N is equal to 2. I by Y is same real rate as we have calculated here, and we find out present value. Now surprisingly, even though we have done something different, the total of present value would remain same as the previous question. So this becomes PV. N is equal to 5 into 12. I by Y is once again MNR of 9%, and let's find out PMT. It should also, in beginning mode, it should give you the same answer. Now what have I done here? That is the question coming to your mind. So I'll just highlight what have we done. Say 0 and say daughter's education expenses is starting at the end of 2 years. So at one side I have inflated, then here you know it is real rate post that. So here, so her withdrawals are subject to inflation adjustment, and then I am finding out present value using which rate? Investment rate. That was done in the method number 1. Now here also both rates are getting netted. Then why do I increase this step? So I have combined step 1 in the earlier question and step 3, and straight away I have taken real rate. So this is one more interesting method which you can solve, but you have to remain confident to do this. Now method number 3. This has been a favorite of me. So we go to first one. In present value terms, we can say the first requirement is 5,000, and same is the, in present value terms, this requirement is 5,000. Now how many years in total? So 4 years for daughter and 4 years for son. So in total it is required for 8 years. Okay. Now you are very clear in your mind that which method I am going to use. cash flow 0 is 0, C1 is equal to 0 and frequency is 1 because at the end of second year we have got something. C2 here equals to 5000 and frequency for the same is 8. I is equal to real rate without forgetting 9 and once again 7 not 4, and I find out NPV. So this will give me the present value in total to be achieved. So this NPV I am going to take as PV. N is equal to 60, I by Y is equal to MNR of 9%, and let's find out PMT in beginning mode, and that's the answer. So now you yourself understand why cash flow function works magically. I hope you are gaining clarity on this particular function and you are learning with me. Keep learning with me because I have got some more videos coming up on this particular function. If you have liked this video, don't forget to subscribe and like my video essentially. Thank you so much.